Hey, what's up, y'all? Parker Drone here. I'm gonna do this first insert this video. I'm just doing a simple orbit today, drone stuff. Parker Drone in the house. So 3 funnels and full frontal. 3 different orbits, one at 10 feet, one at 100, and one at 350. We're gonna use our Mini 3 Pro right here. It's gonna be her first time being out in the field and actually getting some footage. So here she is right here. Oh, gotta have this, gotta have your hat, because dude, it gets hot out here. It's the wet kind, wet it up. Oh my God. So, got my lanyard with my controller. Little bitty thing here. Awesome drone, pro camera on this drone. This camera on here is actually a lot better than my Mavic Zoom. So, today we're going to use it. It's not so windy today. It's a smaller drone, so it gets beat up a little bit in the wind. But what I did find is that it still can handle it. The gimbal is still rock solid, even though the drone is moving all over the place a little. It looks like a little spider.
What is this cone for?
The cone. We have the cone out because I generally don't want cars coming and parking next to it, because I'm using the parking space next to me as a landing zone and takeoff zone. So I used to throw a cone out, collapsible cone I got from my daughter. Cool little thing to have. Appreciate it, Kaden. Always carry batteries in my pocket so that way I don't have to come back. Always, when I'm out here, I have my protective vest on so that people know that I'm out here doing something serious, so they can see me. And also it keeps the Karens and the Kens off your back when they see you out here with some kind of vest looking official. I'll hand this one right here to my cameraman.
How am I in the shade and still sweating?
Get your hat on.
Welcome to Houston.
And this is all you need. It has a screen inside, my little sunshade on top. Just purchased that. A little rubber casing for that. So it's starting up. It automatically has the app installed, so it makes it cool. All right, it's looking for the drone now. I'm able to take off. And usually out in the field, you're probably going to get an error message. So I have right now 20 satellites, so we're good. 22 satellites. So now she just let me know she's ready to go. Clear. So now you got the 3 frontals. So now I'm gonna get some, start my first low orbit. I'm gonna check my shot list. The clients usually send you a shot list. So I'm gonna check just to make sure. They want this first, not orbit, but cardinals. North, south, east, west, northwest, southwest, all that kind of stuff. So what I'm gonna be doing is checking. They want one of them at 100 feet. And one at 350 and one at 10 feet. So I'm gonna do the 10-foot one first, because that's gonna be the most difficult, because I got trees everywhere and power lines. And it's full property, not just building. Difference. It's not just building, they want full property. So I'm gonna be out over that street. We're gonna see how we make this work. Man, so, wow, a lot of cars and trees. I gotta get a 10-foot shot, and to do this, I'm gonna have to be over this street. And as you see, we got cars passing by. The law says I cannot hover my drone over cars. Right now it's hovering, but it's over the median. It's not over cars, it's over the land. So I have to wait till I get a break in the traffic and put this in position. And that break is coming right now. So I'm gonna be close in position. They want full property. I can't get it. Not at 10 feet, it's too many trees. So the lowest I'm gonna get right here, I'm gonna have to do this at 37 feet. That gives me all the property, still a lot of trees, especially on this north side shot. So I'm gonna do 37 feet all the way around. The hardest one to get is gonna be this intersection, because I have to get northeast. Well, that's the northeast corner, and it's right in an intersection. Right in the intersection. So closer. Gotta take it up. Gotta take it up. No choice. No choice at all. Constantly, I'm hitting this button underneath right here that angles my camera straight down so I can see if I'm over the street. And right now, I am a little bit down. Come get this at 37. Got it. I'm standing over here behind this tree. Doing it. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Did you get that?
So what's the issue you're coming across right now?
Power lines. They don't want power lines in the shot.
Uh-huh.
And they said they want me to move closer rather than move higher. But it's impossible for me to get the full property moving closer because there's so many trees outlining the area. So the drone is right above that building right there, right where I need to be, but I need to bring it down. So I need to go over there so I can see. But from here, I can't tell if I'm right on top, in front, or what. So I need some perspective. So the issue I was having with this shot is I couldn't get this back left corner. So I had to scoot it up, get right close to that building, a lot closer to what I want to be. So we don't have a collision. Something you want to do is make sure your thumbsticks are on properly. Mine just popped off because I didn't have it all the way screwed down. It's no big deal, but it's just wasting time. So I'm screwing it back on, make sure it's on there tight, do the other one, and now we're good to go.
How much airtime was that?
It was 15 minutes. That battery wasn't fully charged. And that wasn't my long life battery. These are the long life batteries for this. That was the battery that came with it that keeps it under 250 grams, that allows some freedoms as a hobbyist, but I'm professional. But if I were a hobbyist, this being under 250 grams would allow me to fly in certain areas and go certain places as a hobbyist because it weighs under 250 grams, so it's at 249 grams with that battery. This battery is a long life battery, so it's gonna boost that up. So if I was to go somewhere and try to fly with this legally in some places, I couldn't because it's not, this battery is heavier than the one that's in there right now. Clear. So I'm just gonna hightail it to where I was. Dang, I almost flew exactly to where I needed it to be.
Nice.
Nice. All in one shot. Just eyeballing it. That was cool. Now, these shots take a little longer because I'm trying to avoid so much stuff. But in a second, the other ones I'm gonna do are gonna take no time because I'm gonna be up high and there's nothing up there. I'm doing 350 feet and 100 feet. Right now I'm getting as close to 10 feet as I can, but as you can see, we got so many trees, I can't take these shots at 10 feet and get the full property. So I'm getting as close as I can, and it's looking like the closest I can get to that the client wanted is 26 feet. All right, gotta walk over here so I can see. Now, usually when I'm doing this, I take off walking so fast because we got a battery in there. And as longer the drone is up there, the more battery is being drained. So this is a fast pace, fast walking kind of profession.
Once you get that video edit in here, you're gonna go a lot faster.
Speed boost. Boom.
What?
Another thing, you're always watching out for cars. Hence the vests. 1/3 top of the frame. They want the horizon up there.
Is that typical?
And it's very typical. And it's a beautiful day. We got clouds and very, very blue sky. So the picture's gonna look amazing just because of that. Even if we're taking a picture of a trash can dumpster, it still will look nice because of the sky. So now I'm going to get the high ones. I'm going to go up 100 feet. Going to make sure that that's what it says. Go to my shot list. See, we just did the low ones at 10 feet, which was impossible. And it kind of is impossible with most things to get a large structure and its surrounding property, the sidewalk, parking lot, and all that, in a 10-foot shot. you got to, it's too much stuff. You can't do it. But usually we have to educate the clients on those kind of things. Usually they're okay with it. Sometimes they're not. We'll see. All right, 100 feet. I am getting cardinals, and right now I'm doing the north side. And usually the north side of the building just simply means that that's the front of the building. So we call that north. The back obviously is the south, left and right, east and west. Or right and left, east and west. Now typically, since I'm up this high and nothing's in my way, I'm gonna change it over to sport mode so I can just zip straight over there to the next coordinate and just take the picture without it poking across the sky.
You said sport mode.
Sport mode. Sport
Yeah,
mode means that it can go really fast. So I'm gonna put this in sport mode. Sport mode for this one I think is about 40 miles an hour. So I'm gonna zip over to the corner of the building, 40 miles an hour. I want all these to be as symmetrical as possible. The law also states that we have to do line of sight. So line of sight means that I'm able to see the drone at all times. And it's right there. I'm looking right at it. Looks good. Let me let you see what I'm looking at here. Going to the south side of the building, which is the back. South side is the back, so that's where I'm at right now. She's already there. So she hit 30 miles an hour and I was there. So she got that fast. It went from 0 to 30 miles an hour in about, gosh, what was that, 2 seconds? Good time to put it in sports mode is when I'm going from point A to point B and I'm up high, when I know there's no structures in the way and I can just get there quickly. And it's gonna, like I said, get it there 30, 40 miles an hour, get to point A, point B. And also, when it's high winds, you wanna put it in sport mode if you're up that high, because it's gonna help the propellers turn a whole lot faster, which makes the drone a lot more stable. But it is gonna chew up a little bit more battery. I think we're in the shot.
Now I'm over here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, we have to get probably behind
Come
this,
here.
right?
Yeah. Come up in this. Ah! Wow, it can see us. My gosh, I can see you move.
Even back here? Why is it important to hide from the drone?
Well, it's a little bit unprofessional. It's kind of unprofessional to have yourself in the shot that you're providing to somebody unless they want a picture of you. Typically, they don't. So just out of courtesy, I take myself out of the shot. The editors can move you out of the shot, but if you can create less work for them, then that's great. And I am thoroughly surprised. I had my doubts about the Mavic Mini Pro, and based on just how small it was. Awesome camera on that gimbal, but I was concerned how small it was or how it would react. Right now, I'm at 350 feet, and it's a little windy, but she is handling it like a champ. I've heard a lot of people have issues with the remote control, saying that they weren't getting a good signal. My signal strength is full bars, and like I said, she's 350 feet up, and she's 1,300 feet away from me. So she's quite a ways off. Signal strength is strong. Beautiful skies, beautiful pictures. Easy drone gig. A lot of people say that, you know, this part of doing drones, real estate, is saturated. I beg to differ. I mean, of course, you got a lot of people flying drones for money, but if you get out there and do what you're supposed to do, giving good work, professionalism, people start to see that. I mean, it's gonna take you a while, take you a little bit to get started, but if you hang in there, you can do it. I mean, if you're talking about saturation, I mean, everything is saturated. You don't just have one eating place in the city. You can look on one street right where we are right now and we can see 5 of them. So that means it's saturated? No, it just means you have to offer something better than the next guy. And I like to hope that Parker Drone does that. So I'm bringing this in and we're gonna land this puppy and we're gonna conclude at the car.
Nice. All right, hey, why don't you let our viewers know a little bit about your vest over here that has you looking like a neon marker. FAA certified drone pilot. Do not disturb. Does that actually work?
Yes, that actually works, because you get a lot of people who want to walk up to you and ask questions, and sometimes they're just curious, but you did get some of those people who are, you know, just being nosy and what are you doing? Why are you here? Having your vest on shows them not only visibility for the cars, but shows that, hey, I'm serious, I'm supposed to be here, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Got my credentialing on the back and all that stuff. So The vests really, really help a lot. Makes you look and feel a little more important. So I like, so I'm gonna take this puppy on to the car. This vest will be on, I'll actually put in a link. You got it on Amazon, just click the link down there and click on it. I'm not affiliated with them yet, but that's where I got it. And actually this one was a gift to me. So go online, get it, it's already pre-printed. You can have them print some more stuff on it too. So I highly recommend that. That's what you do if you're serious.
And this is top quality. It's got all sorts of pockets.
Yeah, it got pockets. I usually put my drone license right here, and I didn't do that. Got my pen and my cards and all that stuff. So when people do come to me, hey man, I need a drone pilot to do this, that, and the other, I just hand them my card and say, hey, give me a call. And I keep my eye on my drone, like what I'm doing right now.
Hey, can you tell us a little bit about that, those little orange, what is that, landing gear that you have on the bottom?
That is landing gear. Kind of makes my drone look like a little spider. And actually these are called some type of spider landing gear or something like that. I'll leave a link in the description and you can check that out. Bought it off of Amazon.
That drone doesn't come with it?
It does not. Let me show you. If I take the landing gear off, and I like that's color coded with the wing tips. That's cool. It basically has no landing gear except for these two small prongs and these two small prongs that are on the bottom of the battery. So it lands on that. So your propellers are awfully close to the ground. So if you're trying to take off in grass or something, it's tough. But this is easy to take off from your hand too, because the position of the propellers, you know you're not going to get hit. Just hold it in the middle, set it to take off, and it goes. That's what a lot of people do. I like to do ground takeoffs and ground landings. I don't like catching my drone unless I have to, like if I'm on a boat or something. Then that's usually when you need to grab your drone, because it's hard to land on a boat that's rocking and stuff. The sensors are going to catch that rocking motion and it's not going to let you land. And these legs just simply just fold in. And I store it right in the pocket of my bag. Oh, actually, about this bag, let me give you a shot of this. Usually when I come out, I always bring an extra drone. Under here is my Mavic 2, my Mavic 2 Pro, Mavic 2 Zoom, I mean. It's a Pro drone as well, but that's the iPad, I mean the device I use for it is not an iPad, and there she is. Today, she was backup. Usually, she's my main girl, but today, she was the backup. I don't think she's mad at me. I don't know. She'll let me know when I next fly her. But I always bring an extra drone. If I'm flying with that one, then this one is in standby just in case something happened. And before that, before I had this one, my Mavic Air was my standby drone. But something cool I wanted to show you about this. This case is not for the Mavic 2 Pro. It's not for this. This is my Mavic Air 1 case. These are probably super cheap by now. Super cheap. You'd probably get one for maybe $20. But when Mavic Air was the drone, it was kind of expensive, like $60, $70. But now being that so many have come out, this fits perfectly. Hold your gimbal straight up and then just push it straight down and it's on. If you do it this way, you're gonna fumble. But watch how this thing fits in here. Very snug. I bought one for it and I didn't like the way it fit. But this fits directly into this mold. The back kind of pushes out a little bit, which makes it fit super snug in there. This is the charger for it. That's where the controller usually would go, right here, okay? It would go in that slot, but it's a different kind of controller. Remember, this is not the Mavic Air, so my charging port fits right there, very snug, and the batteries happen to fit the exact mold that's already there for the batteries for the Mavic Air. So, and here's the big controller. Oh, and I bought this. This does not come with the controller. This is amazing. I bought some red thumbs for it, and all this, I can have links for you in the description at the bottom where to get this on Amazon. Amazon is my friend. And this fits very snug right in there. Even has room for my strap, which came separately as well. I have a link in the description. Had to buy this separately. It fits right there. Everything nice and snug. The only alteration I have to make is this hood. After I just spit over everything. Only alteration that I have to make is the hood that's on the controller. Look at this. If I close this down, it's going to smash that up crazy. So all I do is I fold it in and fold it down because it's rubber. And then I just hold it. Push that down. Got my pockets in the back of it. This thing is awesome, y'all. Like I said, I like this case a whole lot better, and it's a hard carrying case. I like it a lot better than the cases that I've seen for the Mavic 3 Pro. Another thing, when you're flying, hopefully you have your Part 107. And if you do, make sure you bring it with you. I have mine in my transparency of my vest, so that way people, see it. I've never had to hand it to someone. I wouldn't anyway, but I keep it right here in this pocket. It's transparent, and they always look at it. The people that come and want to ask me stuff, they look at my face, and then you immediately see their eyes go down, and they're looking at your chest. And on the front of it, if you saw, it says United States of America.
America.
Talking about America for y'all. UAS on the side, and then they got the little hologram symbol. Looks very official, because it is. So they see that license, and usually that diffuses a lot of things. Because, yeah, you get some out there, they get a little upset for whatever reason.